Machiavelli's Guide to Passing Every Woman's Unspoken Test. Hello and welcome back to Fire Within Tales. If you value content that sharpens your mind and hardens your frame, subscribe now and stay with me to the end. Today we cut through the quiet tests that decide whether you are followed or forgotten. She is not asking. She is not complaining. She is watching. Her smile holds. Her tone stays warm. But under that calm is a surgeon's hand. She lays small tripwires in the space between you. You cannot see them. She can. And when you step on one, she learns exactly who you are. Women do not test you with speeches. They test you with silence. With a pause after a casual question, with a slight change in tone, with a small request that seems harmless, yet carries the weight of a crown. She is not hunting for the perfect answer. She wants to see if your structure collapses under the illusion of choice. Machiavelli understood this game. In power, the weak obey commands. The strong bend the moment. She wants to know whether she stands beside a man who governs his world or a man who hands over the wheel. You think you are building connection. She is scanning for how much of yourself you will trade to be liked. You think it is flirting. She is measuring your hunger to please. You think it is love. She is running a silent diagnostic of your spine. This is not cruelty. It is selection. Respect is not gifted. It is manufactured through presence, discipline, and clean boundaries. Today, you will see 5 escalating tests and the exact responses that hold your power. We will use a ruthless lens. Do not beg for mercy. Do not place kindness before respect. Do not let need outrank your mission. This is not about domination for its own sake. It is about structure, leadership, legacy. If you are ready, we begin with the most common and invisible test. Test 1. The disruption of focus. You are locked in, deep in work, planning, executing. Your mind is sharp, your attention unbroken. That is when she walks in. Her voice is sweet, maybe playful. She leans on the table and says, "Min, can you do me a quick favor?" It is small. Carry something upstairs, check a message, make a call. Not urgent, not life-threatening, but the timing is precise. She didn't ask 5 minutes ago when you were idle. She didn't wait until you were free. She chose this moment, when your will is engaged. Why? Because this is not about the favor. It is about testing your frame. A man in motion is a man in power. Whoever controls his attention controls the outcome. Women know this instinctively. If your focus can be broken by her voice, her smile, her request, how strong is your mission? The common man drops everything, closes the laptop, smiles. Of course, babe. He believes it is love. She registers something else, a collapse. He surrendered the throne of his attention. Not for danger, not for fire, but because she waved her hand. The Machiavellian man does not lash out. He does not ignore her. He holds his posture, breathes, says, "I'll help you in 10 minutes. I'm focused right now." No apology, no guilt, authority, calm and still. That moment speaks louder than any promise. It says, "I govern my world. My time, my power, my attention are not hijacked by impulse." And in that firmness, something ancient stirs in her. Not resentment, respect. She senses a man she cannot move at will. And that is magnetic. Test 2. The ghost from her past. You are together, maybe at a bar, a dinner, or just scrolling your phones side by side. The night is smooth. Then she drops a name. It might be a man from her past, someone she used to talk to. She lets it hang in the air without explanation. Then she watches. This is bait. She is not confessing. She is not bragging. She is measuring your stability. If your ego is fragile, you will react. Tense shoulders, sharper tone, questions you pretend are casual. You try to decode her words, searching for meaning that isn't there. In that moment, she sees your power dissolve. A king does not flinch at ghosts. He knows who he is. He knows she knows it too. The Machiavellian man stays composed. He may smirk, take a sip, and say, "Poor guy. Bet he still thinks about you." Then he moves on. No jealousy, no interrogation. This is not pretending. It is truth. Her past is not a threat. It is proof she was always searching for someone like you. When you do not bite, the frame flips. She becomes curious. Why didn't he react? Was he hurt? Is he truly that grounded? Mystery takes root. And in the psychology of desire, mystery is a flame. Test 3. Silence and withdrawal. It happens slowly. She texts less, calls less, replies are shorter, colder. No fight, no clear reason, just absence. And she is watching. This is the most insidious test because it is invisible. She wants to see if you will chase, panic, or keep your center. Attraction is not only about presence, it is about how you handle absence. If you crumble, sending a flood of messages and calls, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" You signal dependency. You let her mood dictate your worth. The Machiavellian man responds differently. He does nothing in haste. No pleading, no demand for answers. He invests deeper into his mission, his work, his life. When he does speak, it is brief and confident. "I'm here when you're ready." Calm, controlled, sovereign. This stance shifts the frame. Her withdrawal no longer weakens you, it strengthens your position. Now she wonders what you are doing, who you are with, how you remain so unmoved. Curiosity turns into pursuit. Respect grows in the silence. Test 4. The public challenge. You are out in a group, maybe a dinner party, a casual gathering, friends around the table. The mood is light. Then she throws a playful jab at you. It might question a decision you made or poke at a personal trait. Her tone is light, but it is a challenge. This is a probe into your social power. She wants to see how you stand when your status is tested in public. A man who laughs nervously, over-explains, or apologizes too quickly trades respect for approval. In that instant, he moves from leader to subordinate. The Machiavellian man holds eye contact, smiles, steady, not forced. He does not over-justify. Maybe he says, "I prefer making my own mistakes," or simply, "Noted." Calm, direct, unshaken. This response shows two things. You heard her, and you are not rattled. You neither escalate nor retreat. You remain the center of gravity. Others in the room feel it. She feels it. And that quiet display of composure deepens her respect. Test 5. The vulnerability probe. This one is softer. She might say, "You seem different lately," or "Are you really okay?" Her tone is gentle. Her eyes search yours. She is not just making conversation. She is testing your balance between strength and openness. Some men fail by shutting down completely, hiding behind a wall. Others fail by spilling every fear, doubt, and insecurity, hoping for comfort. Both lose power. One looks unreachable. The other looks unstable. The Machiavellian man walks a narrow line. He offers a glimpse, not the whole map. I've been thinking about some challenges, but I'm focused on solutions. Or, sometimes I get tired, but it doesn't change what I'm building. Short, honest, steady. This is vulnerability without surrender. It shows you know your inner world, and you choose what to share. She feels trusted but not burdened. She feels included but still looks up to you. That mix is rare, and rare is magnetic. In the end, these silent tests are not traps. They are opportunities. Each one asks the same question. Can you hold your frame when it is pulled, poked, or tempted? If you can, You do not just pass her tests. You become the man who commands respect and desire without asking for it. Every glance, every pause, every small request is a battlefield. Not one you fight with anger or noise, but with presence. She is not looking for perfection. She is searching for certainty, and certainty is built on the foundation of self-governance. Machiavelli knew it. Love without respect fades. Respect without power crumbles. Your task is not to control her. It is to control yourself so completely that she cannot help but follow your lead. When you refuse to be moved by whims, by ghosts, by silence, by public pressure, or by the lure of overexposed emotion, you become something rare. You are no longer the man who bends at every touch. You are the man who holds his ground and invites her into a world that is already in motion. That is the kind of man a woman respects, trusts, and desires, because he is unshakable. If you want more insights that will harden your frame and sharpen your mind, subscribe to Fire Within Tales. Each video is another step toward becoming the man who doesn't just survive the game, but writes the rules.